The first thing we need to know is that executive functioning is self-regulation. That is the most common trait ascribed to these EFs, that we call them. They are essential for our self-control. That is the number one attribute across all definitions, all descriptions. There's something about EF that lets us control our own behavior. I think that's a great starting point because in 1956, B.F. Skinner gave us a definition of self-control, which survives to this day. It's very good, very specific, has 3 parts. We know it when we see it. Self-control is, as you see here, anything you do to yourself, an action that you direct, not at the world, but at you. You are doing something to yourself. Why? To change yourself from what otherwise you would have done. So you're trying to modify your own behavior. Now, why would you want to do that? No other species does that, with 2 exceptions, right? You're trying to change a distant consequence, a delayed outcome. You're trying to change the future. You're trying to alter the probability of something happening or not by adjusting your own behavior accordingly. So, any self-directed act that is used to change your behavior so as to alter the likelihood of the future. Very simple, very easy. That's what self-control is. Now, all I did was to take this and say, we can use this to define executive functioning. How can we do that? The executive functions are the things you do to yourself. What are you doing? We know that humans direct at least 7 different activities back on themselves to modify their own behavior, to change their future. So self-control isn't one thing, it's 7 different things. And each specific type of self-control is an executive ability. So there are 7 executive abilities because there are 7 self-directed actions. And they all go together to give us our modern, mature, adult self-control. I want you to think of it this way. The executive functions are the Swiss Army knife of the frontal lobe. You've got 7 little mind tools up there that you are using to manage your behavior over time to change the future that's coming at you so that it is more consistent with your welfare, so that you can delay gratification. And we know in life that the delayed rewards are the important rewards. They're usually the bigger rewards.